Hello guys. Quote: whenever you wanna achieve something, keep your eyes open, concentrate and make sure you know exactly what it is you want. No one can hit their target with their eyes closed. Paulo Coelho. 11. Focus. What can I learn from what I'm like when I'm most focused? How can I increase my ability to concentrate? How do I limit my distractions and calm my busy mind? What's the difference between someone performing at superhero levels and someone failing to ever discover their superpowers? In many cases, it's a matter of focus. I'm sure you've had numerous times in your life when you really locked in on a task. Maybe it was writing a report that mattered a great deal to you. Maybe it was having a session with a mentor you love. Maybe it was attacking a bowl of your favorite ice cream. How did you do with these tests? In all likelihood, you crushed them, writing one of the best reports of your life, learning huge amounts from your mentor, and devouring that ice cream like it was the last dessert in the world. This happened because you were able to train your focus on the task at hand. Get right on that task and not let anything distract you from that task. So why do most of us have only so much ability to maintain focus? Simply, I think it's because we were never taught to do so. Certainly, I don't recall having a focus class when I was in elementary school. Do you remember when you were a kid and you went outside on a sunny day with a magnifying glass? How cool was it to hover the glass over a leaf, see an intensely bright spot appear on the leaf, and then watch as the leaf started to smoke and burn? What you were able to do was focus a greater level of the sun's intensity on that leaf, and where the bright spot appeared, things were at their hottest. Interestingly, when we talk about someone being intelligent, we often call them bright. Going back to our magnifying glass analogy, maybe what we're really saying isn't that this person is much more intelligent than most other people. Maybe that person is just more focused. Focus allows us to train our brain power on a particular task to burn through that task. It's amazing that we can accomplish when we're focused. Conversely, when we're less focused, we're less likely to accomplish what we truly wanna do because we're just not as committed, both emotionally and physically, to doing it. The primary enemy to focus is distraction. Practicing concentration. Concentration is at the crux of all human success and endeavor. Hindu priest, entrepreneur, and former monk Dandapani told me during one of my podcasts, if you can concentrate, you can manifest. What Dandapani is saying is that concentration is a critical component of anything you want to accomplish. But like so many other things we discussed already, we've never really been taught how to concentrate. Sure, our parents and our teachers might have implored us to concentrate hard, maybe even criticize our lack of focus with a question such as, why can't you just concentrate? But the simple answer to that is that most of us never learn how. Dandapani points out that concentration is like a muscle that gets stronger the more you exercise it. Concentration is something you can learn and something you can practice to get better at, he said. However, what most of us practice instead is distraction. We allow our minds to jump from thought to thought, often using technology to help us practice distraction until we're experts at it, and we should be, because we often get a dozen or more hours of practice a day. Just imagine what it would be like if we practice concentration for even a fraction of that time. Dandapani has a remarkably clear way of looking at this. I define concentration as my ability to keep my awareness on one thing for an extended period of time. Every time my concentration drifts, I use my willpower to bring my awareness back. Most of us think of lack of concentration as a function of our mind bouncing from place to place. Dandapani has a different and more helpful metaphor. To him, it isn't your mind that's moving, it's your awareness. He sees awareness as a glowing ball of light that moves to different parts of your mind. In order to excel at concentration, you need to make yourself keep that ball of light trained on one spot in your mind for an extended period. This won't be easy at first, but a conscious effort to exercise your willpower in this way is likely to lead to impressive results. You can work on this during nearly any pursuit. If you're having a conversation with someone, make a concerted effort to pay attention to nothing other than that conversation. If you notice your minutes drifting away from the conversation, refocus your glowing ball of light. If you're reading a report for work, train your eyes on the words as though nothing else exists. Again, if you notice the light of your awareness beginning to shine on something else, bring that ball back to the report. If you make the commitment to practice concentration an hour or so a day, it will soon become second nature. Whenever possible, try to do one thing at a time. We've talked a bit about multitasking already, but for now, just remember that multitasking is a glossy, inefficient way to get anything done. If at all feasible, allow yourself to do whatever you're doing to the exclusion of everything else. If you're on the phone, don't scroll through social media at the same time. If you're making breakfast, don't also work on your to-do list for the day. By doing one thing at a time, your concentration muscle will become incredibly strong and your focus will reach limitless levels. Another key to boosting your concentration is decluttering your environment. A Princeton University study found that multiple stimuli present in the visual field at the same time compete for neural representation by mutually suppressing their evoked activity throughout the visual cortex, providing a neural correlate for the limited process capacity of the visual system. In layperson's terms, what this means is that physical clutter in your surroundings competes for your attention, which results in the decreased performance and increased anxiety and stress levels. So if you wanna become a master at concentration, divest yourself of the potential for distraction whenever concentration is critical. If you're working on a computer, shut down every application and every open tab other than the ones you absolutely need to perform the task at hand. Limit the number of items in your physical workplace as well. While I think many of us consider our desk pile with books, magazines, papers, pictures of our kids, and souvenirs from our vacations to be cozy or even the sign of an active mind, every single one of those items creates a pull away from your concentration. Family heirlooms are wonderful, and you already know how I feel about books. Just limit the number of these things that share residence with the place where you need to be most productive. Tomorrow, calming your busy mind. So that's it, guys. Bye.